Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
Alright, so CJ, what's your topic?
If you guys could live in any video game universe, what would it be?
That's a good one.
I think.
Metal Gear?
Well, no, I would die immediately, and that's the problem with a lot of these.
Like, I like to think of it not in a realistic way, like if you were just a person there. I like to think if you were in that universe, abiding by its rules.
Yeah,
I would still
No,
die.
dude, if I was just me, like in like just for like example's sake, if I was just me who I am right now in like the Mushroom Kingdom, that would make no sense.
Yeah.
I'd be so lost, and there'd just be
But,
like,
like,
turtles everywhere.
If I was in Mass Effect, most of those people die.
So if you could be in that, like, I like kind of going off this. If you were in that world, what would you be?
Yeah.
I love that.
What role
Would you
That's
be
cool.
an NPC or would you be a
What race
player?
would you
what
be?
race would you be?
Yeah.
What
It's-
kind of character would you be?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd still be a Turian.
Dude, Turians are, I might be a Krogan.
Oh,
Krogans were my favorite.
I'm not as familiar with the races.
The Krogans were the
Krogans
big,
are the big guys like Grunt and Rex.
warmonger.
Wait,
kind
you
of
guys are familiar
characters.
with the races. What do you guys think I would be?
You'd be a Solarian.
Yeah, kind
You'd
of.
be a keeper since you didn't know what the hell this is.
What's a Solarian?
Solarian.
They were
like,
frog people,
yeah, kinda
basically.
like frog people.
Okay, that'd be
and
cool.
they're
excitable.
they're extremely excitable and very intelligent. They're great.
Okay.
I love them. The Ouroboros, the guys who use the
Oh,
breathing
gosh,
breathing mask, like every time they have to say something. They're great.
What are the jellyfish guys again?
I don't remember.
They're religious. They're super religious, but I
I
don't remember
know.
what their name is.
I always just forget the race, the
I
species
can't remember
name.
what they are.
I don't remember.
I'm trying to remember. I can't.
Would you
remember
be in
at all.
Mass Effect?
No, I would like to, but it's just
You like the idea, but if you really think about it, like
Mass
Yeah.
Effect is tempting just because you could live as a normal citizen.
yeah.
I mean, like, if I just say that, I'd say, like, before this Reaper crap, like, just to live in...
Like on the Citadel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that'd be
with
so
all the
cool.
other civilizations in the
Yeah.
galaxy.
Yeah. Seriously.
So
The
yeah.
only thing was all the politics.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Lot of politic bullshit that was done well. So fuck you, Star Wars Episode 1 and 2.
Episode 1 was my favorite Star Wars movie. No, it wasn't.
Punch.
It wasn't. It honestly.
What about those compelling scenes with the Chancellor?
No.
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 I'm gonna tip this.
They're like, you know what?
microphone
We all like legitimately went silent. Right? Like,
Yeah.
We're all like, all right, pal. All right, that's enough of that.
What about you, CJ? Where would you live?
Yeah,
I would.
you brought this up. Why don't you tell us, son?
I would live in the Animal Crossing universe.
Oh,
I was actually going to say that. You would just be yourself. Because it's
But I would. There would be.
you would always be in debt.
Yeah. That's the thing. It would be like, what if it was
There was,
just like super stressful?
But you know what?
And
Tom,
he's constantly
Tom
in debt.
Nook would be my bro.
I wish
You
Tom
know?
Nook would, like, do the... He's basically a loan shark, and I'm like...
But he's a nice loan shark.
He's a cool dude.
He just gently bruises your knees instead of breaking them.
yeah. He only
But
sends his nephews after you.
if I had just like walked out of my house to check my mail and there was just like friendly crocodiles walking around.
and presents in the mail all the
Yeah,
time
yeah, and it would just
from your otherworldly creators, Nintendo.
it would be
And
so
when you
nice.
dream, you would go into other people's.
Whoa, oh my
yeah.
god, that's
That would be
cool.
awesome.
That's cool.
That would be crazy, and leaves would be furniture, and that would be
You
crazy.
just fit like
Oh.
so much stuff in your pocket.
Yeah.
What a life that would be.
That's actually one thing about going into a video game world is inventory
Yeah.
would be crazy.
Yeah, dude.
Because you could just carry things.
Are you kidding me, dude? Putting fish in my pants in the Animal Crossing universe? You can't do that in real life. I mean, you can, but you can't do that in real life. You can't. You can't put.
I don't know about you. I put fish in my pants every day.
You can't put T-Rex fossils in your pockets. You know.
you can.
I can't. That's why I brought it up. But Animal Crossing, you could put anything in your pockets. You could put however I forget it was like 20 something things.
32?
32 maybe.
I just think it's
Six.
a multiple of 6. That's all I
12,
remember.
4.
Anyways, it's far more than I could fit in my pockets normally, and that's amazing to me. And like when I change my clothes, it takes like a second because all I do is backflip and sparkles.
Yeah.
and like, and I want you guys to know that before I
And
said
fishing
my
fishing is a legitimate like
Yeah.
career.
Yeah.
You'd never have to eat.
I want you guys
It's
to
the-
know.
But you
could.
No, but
But
you
you
can
can't.
for fun. I want you guys to know that I did not think about my answer before I said it, and I'm just realizing all these things while I'm saying it.
Okay, yeah, I think living
And you shake trees and money comes out. Sometimes
Yes.
bees.
And sometimes furniture.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing would basically be like living like Calvin and Hobbes, just walking in the forest
Yeah,
eternally.
Could you imagine? You just look at trees and there's a fucking couch in a tree.
No, it's a leaf falls and then you go home and drop the leaf and then it explodes into a couch.
Think of all the pranks you could
Like
pull.
I just have this thought of like a
exploding couches.
couch just like in a tree.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then there's pitfalls. I don't really get how those work. Like, oh man, I
There aren't too many negatives to that.
No.
Oh,
you
I
can never
would-
die.
You just gotta remember to save.
I would love that. But then if you like sleep in for too long, there's like weeds everywhere, and then everyone gets mad at you for not talking to them.
Yeah.
And everyone's needy. They're like, "How come you don't send me letters anymore?"
Yeah, all of
and
your
I'm
friends
like,
are your needy
I'm sorry,
girlfriend.
Rhino.
I just want to live in my house alone.
Okay,
Don't
if
bother
you,
me.
yeah, no, but if you actually lived there, you would like Animal Crossing. It takes like 10 minutes to check in. Though.
Yeah, it's true.
So if you were spending,
And just to have like cartoon animal, like I'd have a penguin friend, I'd have an alligator friend. That'd be
You'd
the
get into
life.
all sorts of hijinks.
Yeah, it would be
you
great.
furry.
But you could never have sex.
Nope.
Well, you know
You
what?
would never
That's
get married.
That's a price I'm willing
Forever
to
alone.
pay.
Do you think they'll ever add that to an Animal Crossing game?
Getting married?
Yeah, like add
Like
a
getting
relation-
married to an animal or getting
Like,
married
Like,
to
do
a
you think they'll
human?
like
Well,
incorporate
adding-
like Tomodachi life stuff in that?
Yeah, add a relationship kind of mechanic to it.
Man, that's a weird
It
thing
would
to
get
answer.
weird.
Because
It
I
would be,
I
yeah.
personally would actually, honestly like that, but it's
It'd be a fun
It's hard to
mechanic.
evaluate if they would
It would
do
be
that.
hard to do
Because-
that properly in Animal Crossing.
They would
Sure,
have
definitely.
to make you an animal player as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Otherwise, it'd be just. Otherwise, it'd just be whatever.
Too weird.
Yeah, it wouldn't
Yeah.
be too weird, but it would definitely be weird.
Or maybe you would just go to sleep and one day like a store character would come and bring you a baby.
Yeah.
A random animal.
I'm a
Yeah.
single dad. I'm proud.
Like a random. Actually, that would be pretty cool. I'm not
Like
gonna
divorced
lie.
dad. Like I would want to make a character that's specifically just like defeated dad. So he the only things that he buys are for his kid, and that's it. And he's just like sad. He's just like say he has no friends because he has to be with his
Or he
kid.
forces
all
the
the time.
kid to go and chop down all the trees and pick all the weeds.
Oh, that's so sad. That's so sad.
But I think like having that kind of mechanic would be fun.
It would be
Having
fun.
a Tomodachi.
That's
life
that's
mechanic
that is my
would be
favorite
fun.
part about every Harvest Moon game.
Me too.
Is having a child.
Me too.
That's
It's
why
having,
like
having the kid and
my-
getting the wife.
my favorite
and
part of
having the kid.
Tomodachi Life is having the Miis hook up and then have a baby. That's like their face is generated by the mom and the dad fusing
Is it
together.
really? I haven't played it yet.
It's awesome. Like,
want to,
Yeah,
really bad.
It's like The Sims and Animal Crossing mashed together.
It's a little awkward though because people always make their friend like their real life friends in
Yeah.
the Tomodachi life.
But they always end up with
Actually,
random
they always
people.
end up with the
That's false though, because nobody does that. Everybody makes themselves the best friend, someone else they know in real life, and then fictional people, like 50 fictional
yeah.
people.
Well, like my friend Anthony, he made myself, Grant, our friend Grant, and Grant's girlfriend, and then a bunch of his other
and then
friends.
she ended up with someone else.
She ended up with me.
Oh,
And I know
Ah.
that Grant is like my best friend, and like Grant looks at me and he goes, "You son of a bitch," and I was like, "It's not my fault. It's not real me." It's just like it's funny.
Yeah.
I like that game.
Andrew,
A lot.
What video game universe?
Oh
do you live
gosh, I can't. No, don't go to me yet. I'm not ready.
in? Ross, how about you?
I still.
I'm still.
I was torn too. I
know.
kind of wanted to say Zelda. I'm not gonna lie.
I
That's
was wondering.
what I was gonna say too.
I just definitely, I don't think I would survive because a lot of the things I like are like realistic, pretty brutal shit, and then I'm like, as a lifestyle, no. Do I like playing it?
Like if you
and
just live in the Fallout
pretending?
universe.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, but because that's like my favorite series and game world
But having that be your life is different.
would be horrible.
Yeah.
It's true.
Like
Constantly
even
having to
even
deal
if
with
you say
radiation
like
sickness.
yeah, even if you say Fallout before nuclear war, it was basically on its way to dystopia before that
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
Like, but I just find it a very interesting timeline. That being said, I still want to do something dystopia, and I think I've settled upon Enslaved, Journey to the West. You know
Okay.
that
Oh,
game?
Yeah.
I only know of it though. so-
Yeah.
That's a pretty fun one.
But I think it's the beautiful where nature's taking everything back, and I've always wanted to sort of experience something like that, like an area where it's nature has started to overcome all this like abandoned
Yeah.
towns and stuff. And
That's one of. Have you ever played Crisis 3?
I have not played that one yet. I've
Crisis
not
3. It's. I mean, the Crisis games are not the most solid story wise.
No.
Obviously,
I
They're-
loved Crisis 2.
Crisis. I absolutely love Crisis 2. That does have a fairly solid storyline. 3 falls a little bit, but not by much. It's just my favorite part of that was the nature retaking New York City. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
It's truly beautiful.
Yeah. And so I just wanted to do something like that, and that was still like my love of dystopia, I guess.
Yeah.
And because that way it's the best of both worlds, or best of, you know, being the down to nature type stuff, but also not being stuck in medieval fucking times.
Sure.
Like, more or less, there's scavengeable,
Okay.
whatnot. I mean, not much totally functional, but it's not, you're not totally set back. So I think that would be my choice.
Okay. I have one. I didn't want to pick it at first because I thought someone else would, and I thought it might be too obvious. I was trying to think of it on a deeper level, but I can't deny it. I gotta pick Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Well-
It would be so cool.
Yeah, you and me both know that I was very close to saying that.
Yeah, I thought you would.
There's a lot of there
It-
was a lot of reasons I said Animal Crossing instead. Like,
I'm so surprised it didn't even enter my mind
Yeah.
until you said it. It was
Yeah.
like
I've
so
thought about
obvious.
that. I've thought about that so many times. Like, if you had I've thought about it in ways where you don't even have to be a trainer and you just interact with a Pokemon in real life, doing real life things.
yeah,
Even that would be interesting.
Yeah.
Just
Like, just having that
a
constant
pet that
friend.
was a Pokemon.
Yeah.
yeah.
It would be
Like,
so cool.
Then again, I'm sort of like, would it even be all that special? Because, I mean, if you just replace my cat with Zigzagoon, I'm like,
Yeah, because you can fucking ride that shit.
what?
A Zigzagoon?
I don't know about you, but I'm always jumping on the back of a Hitmonlee.
What?
That'd be fucking cool. That should be cool.
I know,
But it would be like
you
okay
need like
to. It would be legal for you to, you know, say you really like that Zigzagoon, for you to like go and start a journey with that Zigzagoon.
Yeah.
It would,
And just go beat
you could
the
make
shit
it,
out of
You
people.
could make it more than just
Totally.
a house pet. You could, you know, train it and evolve it and fight
Have you guys
people
ever
with
seen
it.
I think it's called Manly Men Doing Manly Things, the comic? It's an online comic and it's about a guy
That's
who yeah. It's a comic book. It's like a fairly random comic, and one of them is about it. The trainer never left his house when he was 10, so he's like 18, and his mom finally kicks him out, and she goes, "Go mow the lawn," and then you start packing, and so he's like, "But Mom, there's Pokemon in the tall grass." And it shows like the grass outside, and there's Pokemon laying in it. It's like a Poliwrath and like a fucking Onix, and like he's like, all right, well, I guess I gotta pick my Pokemon. So he picks a Magikarp, and instead of it being instead of using it to fight things,
hits people with
he
it.
runs around and just hits people with it.
Like
He
it's a
just
bat.
brutalizes people.
I've
with
seen
it.
that panel.
It's
Yeah.
so great.
I don't. Okay, when people talk about like hypothetical stuff like this, I don't normally like to ask questions like this because I feel like if this were to hypothetically happen, you wouldn't choose this. What region would you want to be in Pokemon? And who'd your starter be? Or would you be a trainer?
I would want to be a gym leader.
You pompous
Someone
bitch.
thinks highly of himself.
I just think that like because you never get to like beat one in the games. You get to be Pokemon Master, sure. You get to, but that you never do anything with that.
That's
It's
true.
just, like
You're
it's
still,
just a title.
You're exactly the same as you were before.
But like if being a gym leader, just having people come and battle you, and then
Constantly.
being able to mentor them, and see them go off and do cool things. I think that'd be like
Yeah.
awesome. You'd be like like a college professor of the Pokemon world.
Sure.
That would be pretty cool. I would like to be a gym leader too.
I just like. And what would your starter be?
What would my starter be?
Yeah, your-
It
like,
It depends
your
on.
type.
It depends on where I lived.
'Cause
Oh,
I
what
would-
my type if I
I
was a
would
gym
want.
leader?
If I weren't a gym leader, I would want to have a Hitmonlee.
You know,
Hitmonlees are just fucking cool.
and
They're one of my favorite Pokemon.
yeah, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, I think I'd be okay not living in this because I don't necessarily get like, I don't want to be the obvious like, Pokemon abuse. You might be like, you have to eat Pokemon.
You don't want to
and
be
stuff.
PETA.
Yeah, I don't want to be PETA, but I'm like, I think I would get annoyed with and I get like the totally friendly Pokemon, and I can't even sort of imagine the like everything is so easily domesticated and stuff.
No matter what, you can train it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would war look like? Would everyone just match up like onyxes and just charge at one another?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, there are canon wars in the Pokemon lore
Yeah.
that they talk about in the later games.
Yeah.
And they show, like, images of, like, people
yeah, isn't
with
there
Pokemon
like a
charging at each
strategy
other.
game about
Oh,
it?
yeah,
Like,
Pokemon Conquest, yeah.
Conquest. But, like, there's a lot of interesting, like, other stuff that's happening in the world that's not just,
It's just more than just being a
trainers.
train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is hard to consider if I would want to continue living in it. Because, I mean, the training and the show, I mean, it's sort of the ideal stuff. But there's, like, the more I think about it, the more there's just, like, a ton of unanswered, like, I'm not sure if this would be good.
I would hate to
things.
be Nurse Joy. To be one nurse. You
Yeah.
just people bring their Pokemon to you, you're like, what did you do?
Yeah.
What
How
happened?
fucked up are you to these things? They are beautiful creatures.
I
God damn it.
would love to be Nurse Joy. I would be
For
so
sick,
hot.
sick reasons. Sick.
Any excuse that I get to be a woman
Any
of pink hair.
self-respecting man would want to be an Officer Jenny.
He doesn't even exist. In the
Officer
game.
Jenny doesn't exist in the game.
She is in the first one. She's in red. And
Is she in red?
Yeah,
And
in
yellow.
Cerulean City.
Oh. I believe that.
yeah,
I don't
well,
remember it, but I believe
When you
it.
investigate the house, yeah.
When you have to go through the house that was broken into. To
In
get
yellow,
to the
she
next
gives you a
area.
bad behaving Squirtle.
Yep.
She does?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
reference to the TV show.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, no, I get that. I just don't remember it.
Alright, so have you narrowed one down?
I did, but then I forgot. I was gonna say Zelda, because it's such a colorful world that you can, if you want, it can get dark for you.
Yeah.
You
You just turn the brightness down on the settings.
yeah, you turn on power save mode.
How was it?
Dylan, come back!
Can you see the symbol again?
Dylan, no, come back! No, don't leave. Oh, Dylan's gone. Oh, now that guy's gone. Dylan, you're back! How's it going?
You guys suck. I don't know. What was I thinking about? I can't remember. It was one game that I had played really recently. Oh!
Link Between Worlds, maybe?
No, I had it. I was thinking about... You might get behind this, Andrew. I was thinking about Mirror's Edge.
Ooh.
Like, it's very, very dystopian.
Very,
Extremely.
yeah.
But the stylistic, like, the style of that world and the way
The culture.
that is very interesting. It's
You could just
extreme-
be a person living and not know anything is going wrong.
Exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
that's true.
That's crazy.
true.
That's absolutely crazy.
So you'd be Office Space, basically?
Yes.
Or like kind of like 1984
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. It's a really... It was a great game. It was so good.
And with that kind of mindset is why I didn't say Pokemon, because my thought process was, in Animal Crossing, it's a life with cartoon animal friends, and Pokemon, no matter what my role is in that world, there are people attacking each other with these monsters. Like
It's true.
Like, what if I was just a computer engineer, and I just looked out my window and just like fire
Saw
breathing?
people doing
See,
interesting
well,
things.
I think my big thing about Pokemon is that Pokemon, everything in the world revolves around them and their use. Pokemon in the Pokemon universe is like oil for us.
Yeah.
Like, literally every aspect of life
Yeah.
is related to them.
Like when you meet like a little kid and they're like, "My mom gave me a Pokemon to protect myself," and it's like, what does that translate to like our life? No one just gives their kid
Everyone's
like
got a gun.
Oh, gun! I was gonna
Everyone's
say a
got a
gun.
Nobody gives their kids guns.
Like they
Well,
just
most.
yeah. And they'll be like, or there's the little kids who are like, "Go easy on me, it's my first time battling," and then it's level 50, and
Imagine
I'm like,
somebody bringing like a Metagross into school and just killing
Oh
everybody
my
with
god, seriously.
it would be very easy to be a terrorist.
What
in
about the
that
kid?
world.
What about the kid who brings home like
Well,
the
hey,
legendary?
It's like the saying: if everyone's got a gun, no one's gonna kill each other.
That's true.
Except for everyone.
That's
though.
true. But we can all fight back.
I mean, if everyone has a means to defend themselves.
I don't know. It's just this. But I was thinking even more of an in the infrastructure scale.
Yeah, like how does
Well,
their economy work? Like,
Yeah.
You have to
If
imagine
everyone's-
that it's just based. It obviously works in the game,
'Cause there is,
so it's
like-
got to be there.
yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
like for instance, in
Just
the,
because it's not shown doesn't mean it.
in
Doesn't
the
exist.
animation, it's like always sort of hinted at, like, you know, there's always Pokemon helping with construction or
Yeah.
Pokemon
Yeah.
doing like they're basically
Even in the Gen 3 games, Pokemon are like the movers. They help you move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of
No,
Machops
in
or something.
Vigoroth.
Vigoroth.
The giant Yeti looking guys with
Yeah,
normal type.
yeah.
And you know, that's kind of cool too because like
But it's just weird to think that, like, I don't. It's. Oh, you
Nothing
just
happened.
Nas.
Napkins! We spilled things! We spilled things!
But
You just left.
Pokemon.
Go ahead, Ross.
it's. I think why it almost makes me uncomfortable. It makes me think of like. They're like a servant roles where we utilize these beings.
thanks for the visual joke.
Oh Jesus! I think one of the best, like, whenever I think about Pokemon interacting in the real world, is I always think of a power plant and all the electric Pokemon there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I think about. I don't know why that. Maybe it's because they show it more than once in the
Yeah.
Pokemon TV show.
So they just sit there, drain them of their
Yeah,
energy,
it's
then
kinda-
revive
it's
them,
kinda
then
messed
drain
up.
them of their energy. Like, but that's what I'm talking about. Where it's. I think it'd be a weirdly uncomfortable society to actually live in.
Oh, I believe that. I thought about that too a little bit.
Because
It's
it's,
such a-
you know, like, I'm. This is gonna be later, everyone, but where it's like
But you gotta
owning
think, like,
slaves, you know, in the back.
well, you
wow.
gotta think if you're living in that world, you wouldn't have that mindset.
Yeah, that's what I was
It
about
would
to say.
just be- It would just be.
It would be the
natural.
normal. You wouldn't think of it the way you're thinking of it now. That would just be how it is, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it'd be.
But would that make it any more right or wrong?
I don't know, it's-
Anywhere Ross
it's-
goes, he's gonna
it's
be an
cultural.
activist.
Oh yeah, totally.
Anywhere.
Oh, you're gonna be
He's gonna
part
be
of-
in Animal Crossing.
No, he's gonna be part
like,
of a-
mutants are bad. Mutants are bad.
What's
Interracial.
Andrew? What's the team in Gen 5?
Oh, Team Plasma.
Team
Yeah.
Plasma. Ross is a Team Plasma member. And now we go silent because no one gets it.
Oh, yeah, you're right. They have tons of terrorist groups.
I actually
Yeah,
thought
and
of
like
one,
crime lords and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually thought of one that would be really interesting. Have you guys played the game Journey?
I was.
Are
thinking
you
of
kidding me?
'Cause
Have
your
we
whole-
played Journey?
I
Your
watched you
whole
guys play
life
Journey.
is just getting from this one
Point A
but
to point
it's
B.
so satisfying when
com-
you get there.
Communicating to someone without talking.
Yeah,
It's so
It's-
beautiful, so artistic.
it's extremely satisfying.
On a side note, CJ knows this, but when I was playing that game for the first time, my brother and sister were in the room. Like, my brother was playing like Call of Duty or something. My sister was playing.
on like the other TV, you know.
And I was playing through it, and they're like, "What are you playing?" And I'm like, "I'm playing Journey. You try to get to the top of this mountain." They're like, "Oh, okay." And like, why do you have a scarf? I'm like, "It helps you jump, and you collect these things to make it longer, so you can jump more."
Yeah,
And they're like, "Oh," and they took it as like a dick joke, and so when
They almost called it a wang.
they called it my wang,
And they're like, that
they-
guy's wang's bigger than yours.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about that, wait, Dylan, wait, hold on. My favorite part about that,
okay.
okay. Another time, like, I don't even know why we were at your parents'
Oh
place
my
and you were playing Journey
Yeah.
again for some reason. I don't even know why.
I think Jake. I was showing it to Jake.
You were showing it to Jake, and your brother was like, "Oh, you're making your wang longer," and I was like, "Does your penis come out of your neck?"
I can't. I can't even.
All right, so CJ Animal Crossing, Dylan Mirzad.
I
my
highly
God.
debated Pokemon though.
Yeah, and I highly debated Journey.
Pokemon for me, and then
Enslaved.
Enslaved. That's a unique
That is
one. I
a
like
unique choice.
Because not many people know about that game. I've
Yeah,
never
that
played
is
it.
a unique choice.
Yeah. All right, so we'll go on to the next topic.